We must follow state law, Mr. Mayor. State law gave you the authority to veto. It also gave the city council the authority to override a veto, where he can do his job without someone trying to interfere with how he does his job and the people who's arrested.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the first thing we're going to do, man, is look at what is GDP of Jackson, Mississippi. Now, people who don't understand GDP is total gross domestic product. What does Jackson bring to the table? According to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, the government entity, Jackson, Mississippi, GDP is around $34 million a year. That's the total GDP of the city. All residents, all businesses, $34 million a year. Now, this was back in 2022. Well, I think it was 2017 to 2022. That's what they averaged, $34 million a year. Now, this is when current mayor and your current councilman were arguing over every damn thing possible. But let's look at what other cities, smaller cities, bring in for, let's just make it simple, tourism. Let's just say Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Pigeon Forge is not a big city at all. But 2013, I believe, that economy of Pigeon Forge relies heavily on tourism. Everybody visiting the town monthly and yearly for festivals. It generated income for city businesses, receipts, and state revenue of $713 million, which is a 7% increase over 669 for 2020. I think it was 2012. This is 2013's numbers. For $713 million from tourism, from festivals, from music. The city of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Oh, it gets better than that. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Bought a music fest for about $50 million, Myrtle Beach, wrapped up Sunday night with Carrie Underwood at the Storm Cloud. 30,000 people showed up. No, it's Carrie Underwood, right? So it's a big name, supposedly. For $50 million from one weekend of music. Oh, let's get better than that. You have a member of the NCAA tournament, whatever, on your commissioner. 2017. This is about Arizona having the Final Four. $250 to $300 million combined economic impact for Arizona's Final Four days and Final Four events. 20 billion with a B combined contribution to the sports and tourism sector, Arizona's real gross domestic product in 2024. $12.7 billion estimated direct sales by Arizona's hotels, casinos, and other professional venues and other components in 2024. 320,000 number of people directly or indirectly employed by Arizona sports and tourism, or 10% of the state's total workforce. 3.5% projected average annual growth in the sector over the next decade. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get $250 to $300 million. You might say you're going to get $20 billion. Let's say you're half of what Arizona gets. Just say you're half. That's still $150 million, $10 billion, $6.3 billion of total revenue. Are you saying Jackson don't need that? I know what you're saying. Hold up. Let me see. We get this straight. First, we'll look at the impact of hosting the Final Four. When you look at the South, look at domes in the South. Well, with domes, what can you do? You can have basketball, football games, right? There's only 2 domes. Well, let's say 5 in the South. Atlanta, which has a Peach Bowl, Celebration Bowl, among other bowl games. They constantly are in the talks of having the Final Four. There's New Orleans, Superdome, constantly having bowl games and basketball games played there. There's the Alamo Dome, same thing. NRG Stadium, and I guess you want to call it the Dome, Cowboy Stadium. Those are constantly being filled with games, football and basketball. But hold up, that brings something to my attention. No, I'm in Texas, so this is kind of not news to me, maybe news to y'all. We all pledged and we were happy with the impact of $24 million for a weekend with Jackson State versus Alcorn. Sanders had hyped up. This right here is the Alamo Bowl, what I was telling you about. Oklahoma versus Arizona generated $55.9 million of impact for the city of San Antonio. Now, it brought about 43,333 visitors to the city. Even though the school UTSA is linked up with the bowl, with the stadium, they're not the ones who are playing, basically. So they have 2 different fan bases show up, Arizona and Oklahoma. $55.9 million. See, the thing people aren't realizing is the city can own the bowl, can own the stadium. The city can bring in everything needed to pay for said stadium. The thing people gotta realize, when paying for a stadium, you do not have to pay up front. Everything's on a year-to-year basis. You can pay payments. It's like having a car. Pay a car note. Pay a stadium note to pay for the building of said stadium. Like in '97, Baltimore, they built a new stadium, Cincinnati, Chicago, whatever. They pay like $14 million a year. State and local governments typically pay more than $10 million a year to build stadiums. So I mean, You're not looking at that bill all at one time. How much are you willing to spend? How much are you willing to make? Now, what I'm looking at, Mississippi, is a damn shame. The amount of money spent will be greatly outshined by the amount of money taken in. Yes, sticker shock of 95 million for a city that has what, $13 million GDP, according to government websites, may seem daunting. Remember, you don't have to pay everything back at once. If you can get this stuff going, get you a couple of gospel fests, couple of blues fests, couple of jazz fests, whatever country fest, whatever you have to pack that stadium. The first thing is to get it built. You can let Jackson State play in the stadium the same way UTSA plays in the Alamo Dome. The exact same way. The city can own it, but let the college use it. The college can use it to bring more people into the city. It can be used as a shelter during hurricane season. So many different things, UIL playoffs, whatever you have to do to get that place filled. And the money will flow. Not only with construction, maintaining, security, staffing the building, staffing the place, wages will increase. So you're looking at taking a hit, a sticker shock. But the sticker shock really is not a sticker shock. It's more of like an example of what you can do. The first thing you gotta do is get your damn mayor and the city council to shut the hell up arguing in public and get this shit done behind closed doors. It's Coach Simmons, your Mississippi. I'm rooting for you. I'm out.